Assalamu alaikum and good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the beautiful introduction. As mentioned, yes, we launched a new initiative. It's called the Nutri. Right now, before digging deep dive on the Nutri, let me just go back a little further on the challenges that we face and why did we come up with this initiative. Now, globally, we have figures and numbers regarding the obesity and the overweight. In 2022, 1 in 8 people in the world were living with obesity. Adult obesity has more than doubled since 1990, and children are quadrupled. That's a big number. And in 2022, 2.5 billion adults, 18 years and older, were overweight. Of them were like around 890 million were diagnosed as obese. And for the children, around 390 million, ages between 5 to 19, and 190 of them were obese. As mentioned by Ms. Fatma Zar'ouni, it is an epidemic that we need to, this is a challenge that we're facing, and we need to find better initiatives and solutions. And I'm very happy to hear beautiful solutions from the ministries. Here in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, we're trying to come up with also good initiatives that are trying to prevent these obesity to spread. Locally, we have 61% of adults facing overweight and obesity. Quite a high number, right? And in the OECD, the average number of obesity is around 14%. Now, whereas the more scarier is the children, the future generation. They are 37% and they are 19% more than the OECD. Quite a scary number. They have multiple impacts on it. It has the health impact, economic impact, and the society impact. In health impact, we're talking about diabetes, the non-communicable diseases such as heart diseases and heart stroke. Socially, they couldn't exercise their normal lives on a social level and normally. And economically, we're talking about billions of dirhams going only for the to go to the hospitals and asking for medical treatments. And if you have been going the right direction, in the very healthy direction, that means you're saving a lot of money, right? So we came up with the initiative that Abu Dhabi aims at becoming the first global reference case for halting and actually reversing obesity, the epidemic. And now there have been collective efforts. Let me give you a little bit of how does it work. The Abu Dhabi government entity, they just established a new program called Combating Obesity. And that program has been spread out to all government entities, and each and every government entity has to come up with an initiative to combat obesity. And we are targeting different sectors such as education, workplace, and community, leveraging physical activity, food production and sales, and food consumption. Now, we in the Abu Dhabi Quality and Conformity Council, we took two initiatives, or we're targeting two things within this initiative. First thing is nutrition limits and food labeling. The second thing is reformulation of the products itself. Without further ado, I would like to introduce the new Nutri mark. This is the mark. This is the stickers that you will find it in the front of pack labeling, inshallah. Right now, you wouldn't see it 100% in the market because we've given the companies and the industries and the exporters and the importers a grace period of 6 to 7 months. So it will be compulsory, inshallah, on the mid of 2025. So from mid 2025, you will see it in all the market. And we have selected a couple of categories on it. I will further explain that. And I'll just give you a little bit of a history regarding the Nutri mark. It is actually an initiative. It was developed first in March 2017 in France, where they came up with an initiative called the Nutri score. And it actually was recognized in the European Union and the European Commission. So that's why it has been spread all across Europe, but it is only voluntary. It's not a compulsory. With certain incentives for the companies that actually, what does voluntary mean? Huh? They're implementing it. I don't know the exact words, so I'm sorry. It's not mandatory, it's voluntary, but yeah, all right. So they give them certain kind of incentives. Whereas another country, and I'm talking about the governments of Europe, it's not on the scale of like what we're doing in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. So in Singapore, it's also implemented, and it's called Nutri grade instead of Nutri score. And the targeting is about A to D. Now, we, as much as the Europeans do, we do it at A to E. That's the 5 coloring range and the alphabetical coded that we are trying to use. But the Singapore is using from A to D. And it is compulsory also, and they're only targeting fizzy drinks and high-level sugar consumption. And if it was graded as a D, the government will look into the advertising content of that product, and they actually say it's a yes or no to advertise, and they're very strict on it. So as you can see, when it's graded A, that means it has low in calories, saturated fats, sugars, and salt. Whereas it has high in nutrients like fiber, protein, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and healthy oils. B, generally low in calories, sugar, saturated fats, and salt, contains beneficial nutrition, but may have slightly higher levels of less desirable components compared to A-rated products. And I will not dive in because this is a lot of more details in it. Just let me forward on it. So then let's talk about what does the Nutri mark represent. We're trying to be a credible entity. It's a credible, trusted mark in the product. So as when you see the mark, just be aware that we have been testing it. We've seen the nutritional values, and you can easily take the product, and it's safe. And actually, safe is not the right word. Safe, the products in the UAE is generally speaking, it's all safe for consuming. The A is just, it's more beneficial, nutritional wise, or less beneficial, nutritional wise. That's the grading system here. But Allahumma lak alhamd, it's all safe for consumption in the whole of UAE. So what does it represent? That means if you chose A, that means you're going to get a very beneficial nutritional value. So we're trying to give you an informed choice. Now you go to the store, you actually can understand and know that I can go nutritional or less nutritional value or benefits that I would take. So that is what it represents. How do you make sure that it represents that? Through testing, through thorough testing that we do in QCC. We have labs that are over 30 years of age, and experts are over 25 years of experience with all the testing products of food, water, agriculture, honey, etc. So we tested thoroughly just to make sure that the labeling is accurate. And why do we do this? To ensure quality and health. Now, the project goals is 3. First, we encourage consumers to have a better informed choices and better choices of having the food consumption. So we would like you guys to go to A rather than E. Secondly, to contribute to reducing obesity, diabetes, and other diet-related diseases in Abu Dhabi. Third, to have a little bit more of a healthy lifestyle in the future. So it's going to be a bit more of, we try to make it into your DNA that you choose the healthy lifestyle rather than the other style of choice of food. Now, these are the 6 entities that are very much involved. I would like to say that the Department of Health and Abu Dhabi Public Health Center are the focal point and the real backbone of this project, and we are trying to assist. They're trying to assist us doing this initiative into launching it and making it into the market. Alongside ADAPSA, which is the Abu Dhabi Agriculture and Food Safety Authority. As you may know, that ADAPSA is responsible and looking at the foods that it is in the market. They test it through us and see whether it's safe for consumption or not.